Hey party people, it's Via. This video is about how to decide if being a suicide girl is right for you. The first thing I should say about suicide girls is that nudity, nudity, nudity. If you do not want to do nudity, that is not the place for you. You can be a hopeful, but to be able to be a full-fledged suicide girl, you are required to do full frontal, like full boobs and full butt. Genitals is optional, but you have to be okay with showing all the boobage and all the buttage. Suicide Girls hasn't really been that relevant or actually meant something since like 2007. And so it's more of just like, being a suicide girl now is kind of just like being able to say, oh, I'm a suicide girl for anyone. I'm pretty sure everyone and their grandma has been asked to be a suicide girl, and if you haven't, I wouldn't say that's a bad thing. Suicide Girls has a really bad reputation of how they handle model rights and model rights to their photos. A lot of models, or most models, cannot, it's like in their contract that they cannot work with any photographer that is not approved by Suicide Girls. So basically, they could be an amazing, super amazing photographer from Germany or Russia or something that you want to work with and have tons of publications in magazines, and they're just fantastic. If they don't work with Suicide Girls, you can't work with them. Also, you don't own your photos. You don't get them, you don't really get to keep them. Once you give them to Suicide Girls, they're theirs, not yours. You don't have any rights. You can't ask if you want them to be taken down. Say you quit being a suicide girl and you want to get rid of that image completely, you can't. They do not let you remove those photos. They will not remove those photos unless they suddenly decide to, but they won't just because you asked. Also, payment. You will only be paid if Suicide Girls decides to use your set. And they have hundreds of girls. So maybe they'll only choose one of your sets once. That'll be it. That'll be the only time they choose your set, and you're paid that one time, but you're stuck with them because you have a contract with them. If you want to have a career in modeling and make money, freelancing is the way to go. Granted, if you're a new model, you still won't make money right off the bat. It'll take time, but you'll probably have a lot more luck than being in Suicide Girls and making some money. You can set your own rates, but again, be mindful of how experienced you are before you set those rates, because otherwise photographers just won't work with you. I guess I've heard people say, oh, they've improved their contracts and they're not that bad anymore. Do you really want to risk it if that's not the case? I mean, you can look up dozens of cases of models, like back when Suicide Girls was first established, complaining about when they tried to leave the site, they either couldn't or they had to go through this huge legal battle to be able to get their photos taken down or just get the rights to their photos. Suicide Girls isn't all bad. I know I've been kind of like saying a lot on them. I mean, they have some really hot women, right? Like a lot of hot tattooed women. But like just again saying that if you want to be an alternative tattooed model but you don't feel comfortable with nudity, Suicide Girls is not the only option for alternative models. You just gotta network, make some profiles and some modeling websites, and just like get your name out there, get your contact information out there, and have a portfolio to send people, and you'll get lucky sooner or later. I definitely do not recommend Suicide Girls for models who are just starting out or someone who really hasn't even had any modeling experience but thinks Suicide Girls is their one-way ticket to being a top-notch model. You realize how many other girls are on that website. Like I said before, there are like hundreds of other girls that not only they can choose from, but other people could notice before you or just maybe never notice you. So it's better to stand alone than kind of in that group. Suicide Girls does have some name recognition still, but it's more of a buffer. And it really only helps if you're already an established model, because it's something you can say, I did Suicide Girls, but I also did lots of other stuff. Bottom line is, Suicide Girls is bad for beginners or anyone who thinks that they can just, or anyone that thinks that Suicide Girls will be their ticket to fame in the modeling industry, because that probably won't happen. Basically, almost anyone can be a Suicide Girl these days as long as you take nude photos. So I'm not shitting on them just because you got rejected. It's like, no, I just don't see them. Because like, I wanted to be a Suicide Girl back when I was like 14, because that's when they were really big and really good. But now that I actually am a model and I do lots of work, I don't see it being beneficial to me. Unless I can take photos of them but don't have to make a contract with them. That would be cool. But don't know how likely that would be, so yeah. So I hope this video helped you guys make some decisions, and of course don't take my word for it completely. Do some research yourself, because that's how I bottom line decided that I wouldn't go with Suicide Girls. And so just ask a lot of people. So ask current models and ask old models who, like I said, had issues with the website. Just try to get your own opinion of it. But I hope this helped kind of form an idea for you of whether you think you want to go ahead and do it or not. So good luck and make the choice that's best for you, whatever you do. Okay, bye.